Welcome to our deep dive into the lesser-known facts about the Titanic disaster. Prepare to uncover the hidden details that contributed to this tragic event. The sinking of the Titanic in 1912 remains one of the deadliest maritime disasters in history, claiming the lives of over 1,500 people. While the ship's tragic fate is well known, the story of the iceberg that sealed its destiny is shrouded in intriguing details that are often overlooked. Over the next few minutes, we will journey back in time to explore 10 shocking facts about this formidable iceberg, shedding light on its origins, its journey across the Atlantic, and the crucial role it played in one of history's most enduring mysteries. The story of the Titanic's demise begins not with the ship's launch, but thousands of years earlier with the birth of an iceberg. Imagine, if you will, the pristine landscapes of Greenland, where snowflakes fell and compacted over millennia, forming a colossal glacier. This glacier, under the relentless pull of gravity, began a slow, inexorable journey towards the sea, eventually carving into the icy waters as a massive iceberg. This, my friends, was the iceberg that would one day meet the Titanic. The journey from the frozen plains of Greenland to the shipping lanes of the North Atlantic was long and arduous. Our iceberg, sculpted by wind and waves, drifted silently southward, carried by currents on a collision course with destiny. The year 1912 was an unusual one in the North Atlantic. An exceptionally warm spring led to increased glacial melt, resulting in an unusually high number of icebergs drifting south into the shipping lanes. In fact, some reports suggest that there were as many as 300 icebergs in the area where the Titanic sank. This unusually high concentration of icebergs created a treacherous environment for ships traversing the North Atlantic. It was against this backdrop of icy peril that the Titanic embarked on its maiden voyage, unaware of the invisible danger lurking beneath the waves. As darkness descended upon the Atlantic on that fateful night, the Titanic steamed ahead, her lights ablaze against the inky blackness. The sea was unusually calm, almost like a sheet of glass reflecting the starlight above. This eerie tranquility, however, masked a deadly threat, an iceberg, its dark mass almost invisible against the dark water and starlit sky. Some survivors later described the iceberg as being unusually dark, almost black rather than the typical white. This darkness, coupled with the calm sea and lack of moonlight, made it incredibly difficult to spot until it was almost too late. In the crow's nest high above the deck, the lookouts strained their eyes against the darkness, searching for any sign of danger. Suddenly, a shape emerged from the gloom. The iceberg, looming large and close. Frantic calls rang out. "Iceberg, right ahead!" But it was too late. The Titanic, despite evasive maneuvers, grazed the iceberg's side, the impact sending shockwaves through the ship. The time from sighting the iceberg to impact was a mere 30 to 40 seconds. A terrifyingly short window that sealed the Titanic's fate. In the aftermath of the disaster, many questioned why the iceberg wasn't spotted sooner. One contributing factor, often debated among historians, was the lack of binoculars for the lookouts in the crow's nest. Due to a last-minute mix-up at Southampton, the lookouts had no binoculars to aid their vision. While it's impossible to say for certain if binoculars would have made a difference in the dark, their absence remains a haunting reminder of the small details that can have devastating consequences. The sheer scale of the Titanic's sinking leads many to believe that the iceberg inflicted massive damage. However, the reality is surprisingly different. Modern investigations, including underwater scans of the wreck, have revealed that the iceberg's impact created a series of narrow gashes along the ship's hull. These gashes, though relatively small, totaling roughly 12 to 13 square feet, were spread across 6 of the ship's watertight compartments. This seemingly insignificant damage proved fatal, as the Titanic was designed to stay afloat with only up to 4 compartments flooded. The Titanic, hailed as the pinnacle of shipbuilding technology, was believed to be virtually unsinkable. It was, after all, designed with a sophisticated system of watertight compartments intended to keep it afloat even in the event of flooding. The ship could withstand having 4 of its watertight compartments breached, but the iceberg's impact had flooded 6. This seemingly small difference, 2 additional compartments, proved to be the difference between life and death for the Titanic and its passengers. Captain Arthur Rostron, the courageous commander of the Carpathia, the ship that rescued the Titanic's survivors, offered a chilling insight into the nature of icebergs. He noted that icebergs, unlike ships, don't always reveal their true size above the waterline. The portion of an iceberg visible above the surface is often just a fraction of its total mass. Beneath the waves, hidden from view, an iceberg can extend far wider and deeper, forming underwater reefs, capable of tearing through a ship's hull. As the Titanic sank beneath the waves, those fortunate enough to escape in lifeboats faced a harrowing night surrounded by the icy Atlantic. Survivor accounts paint a chilling picture of the survivors' ordeal. Charles Dahl, a third-class passenger who survived the disaster, later recounted seeing numerous icebergs from his lifeboat, a stark reminder of the ever-present danger lurking in the frigid waters. The iceberg that sank the Titanic disappeared from view as quickly as it had appeared, its icy reign of terror coming to an end. Carried by currents southward into warmer waters, it gradually melted away, becoming one with the vast Atlantic. This behemoth of ice, born millennia ago, met its end just weeks after its fateful encounter with the Titanic. Its legacy, however, lives on, forever intertwined with the story of the unsinkable ship. These lesser-known details reveal just how many factors, natural, technical, and human, converged to make the Titanic disaster both tragic and extraordinary. From the iceberg's ancient origins and journey to the calm seas and lack of moonlight, a perfect storm of circumstances led to the sinking. The Titanic's story reminds us of nature's raw power and the fragility of human endeavors, even those we deem invincible. It's a tale that continues to fascinate and haunt us, urging us to learn from the past and respect the immense forces that shape our world. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating insights into history's greatest events.